everybody, this is Mateo, and we have even more trainer battles. At the moment, I'd say we're around 2/3 of the way back to Lavender Town. Now, hopefully, we don't have another pointless complaining update episode. But, oh well. And just look at the difference in the levels here. Dugtrio level 41, and I know that's partially because I've just had Dugtrio up front this entire time. But even so, Hitmonlee is at level 36, and he's one of the lower levels. And even Pikachu, who's at my lowest level, I believe, is still like 32 or so we're still beating them by like 11. No, we're not. Actually, we're only beating them by 3. I greatly underestimated their levels. But still, it's just incredible how different, how high up my levels are compared to theirs. And that's mainly because I went this route and battled all the trainers possible. So if you're ever having problems with battling and stuff, just battle the trainers. Don't really bother battling wild Pokemon. Although if you are trying to get them all, you're going to have to battle wild Pokemon. But it isn't that bad because as soon as they evolve, you can just put them away and stuff. And they don't really evolve at high levels except for a few that we'll get into much later. Oh, we're actually more like 3/4 of the way to Lavender Town trainer-wise. That was a bulk of the trainers right there in that maze, so yay for that. We are almost there. See, in 12 levels, because we're supposed to be going down from Lavender to Fuchsia from here, their levels are just going to get lower and lower, which might not sound great. Like my voice crack. It might not sound great, but you know, why not? I mean, it'll still add up. It'll just take a little bit longer to add up. And I think for once there wasn't even any grass in that route, but there is grass in this route, and we can find Farfetch'd in this route. Farfetch'd is a strange Pokemon. In the anime, that's actually one of the recent episodes I watched. They say like it is delicious to eat with the stick thing it carries around. And because of that, Farfetch'd are endangered. So I guess I'm going to save a Farfetch'd from being eaten by sticking it in a metal box in a Pokemon Center forever. Hooray. I saved a life. And more than likely doomed it because it's going to be in that box with giant and probably carnivorous Pokemon such as Raticate and Onyx and Arcanine. So, yay, I've saved a life, sort of. Water type Pokemon, that's different compared to the bird type Pokemon that we've had before. I know it wasn't a bird trainer, but I'm pretty sure that the junior trainer, camper, person, whatever, yeah, junior trainer female had Pidgeys and stuff. But whatever. Oh, it's not that grass route, it's this grass route. There, Farfetch'd here. Right in there, we just need to use Cut, which I have on my Dugtrio, so it works out. Cut. And we are now inside. And there's our Farfetch'd. And because it's a flying type, Rolling Kick will just barely not kill it, which is awesome. And now we're going to try some Great Balls. I don't want to use my Ultra Balls just yet. And it broke free. It's carrying its stick in its mouth. That's weird. And the anime was carrying it in its wing thing. I rhymed. Good job me. I could become a musical artist. No, absolutely not. Never. Get in the ball. Okay, great. You're faster than me. Whatever. I'm still just throwing balls at you. Ultra Ball, does it? Oh, not even the Ultra Ball worked. Why are you so difficult to catch? I think stat-wise, Farfetch'd is one of the worst Pokemon in this generation, and it doesn't evolve. So that's a whole bunch of stuff that just puts me off Farfetch'd and makes me not want it. And the fact that it has a apostrophe D, I always made up this thing like it had Farfetch A and Farfetch B, or Farfetch B, or Farfetch'd, and those are like pre-evolved or evolved forms of Farfetch D. and it was interesting at least, but then again, I was a kid and I thought anything that I thought was interesting. Not so much anymore. Oh god, Magikarp. At least it doesn't have 6 of them. He's not that trainer that seemingly every single game has, except for Black and White, which didn't have old Pokemon. Although I'm sure in the end game when they did have the old Pokemon, they had one trainer with 6 Magikarp just to keep that as a running joke. Also, during that battle, that tree mysteriously grew back. Hooray. Let's cut it back down. Oh, this guy. I don't know what made me point out this guy, except for the fact that he saw me. There's nothing different about him compared to the rest of the trainers, which is a rather bad thing. There are 150 of these creatures, and yet you'd think that they could put different Pokemon to different trainers, but no, he uses pretty much the same thing as everybody else. Being Nidorans and Nidorinos. There are at least 5 other junior trainers that also have a Nidoran or Nidorino. And Jump Kick, that's a very powerful fighting type move that Hitmonlee can learn, which it just did, where it has a pretty good hit rate, but if it misses, you'll take like 5 HP of damage. It's not nearly as bad as in future games. So really, nope, it doesn't really matter if it misses so much. Hitmonlee is almost dead. We are putting Flareon up front now, which might not be the best idea because these are water Pokemon, so yeah, putting Pikachu up front for once. Yeah, pretty soon I'm not going to be using Pikachu as much, but I'm still going to be carrying him around just because. But over here we can get the Super Rod, which if you went down this route first, you would actually get the Super Rod before the Good Rod, which is strange because you can find the Good Rod in Fuchsia City. So just a strange little thing to point out, but at least now we have all 3 fishing rods. So now we can catch even more Pokemon. There's a rocker on this dock. I completely forgot about this guy. I thought that that rocker in the gym, the electric type gym, was the only rocker in existence. But no, Rock still lives on in the second half of the game. Awesome, rock on, dude, rock on with your Electro. That's probably going to self-destruct in my face. Yes, it did. Yay for a rocker troll, and Pikachu fainted. Yay, thank you, rocker troll. And it's just him standing there, no Pokemon, and bye-bye, Pikachu, you blinked out of existence. Okay, now we're putting Flareon up front because everybody else is way over-leveled. Sport fishing area. Well, there are a ton of Pokemon that you could catch. We're putting Hitmonlee back in front. Be decisive about your party, please, because Snorlax is normal type, so just use the Poke Flute, and it will wake up. And with this, to the left, we could get back to Vermilion. All the way down through this route again, we can get to Fuchsia, and all the way up, we can get to Lavender. But we're almost there. I mean, this is pretty much it. After this Snorlax, we basically just go up a little bit more. There are a couple trainers, but it's mostly just Dock and walking. So let's try Jump Kick, and hopefully I don't miss and accidentally kill Hitmonlee. 1 hit knockout! There we go, in 660. You couldn't have given me 6 more experience, Snorlax, you couldn't have. Well, whatever. See, just a whole bunch of Dock, not a whole lot of trainers. There are a couple still, but whatever. So let's just go on ahead and talk to him, because he's going to see us anyways, and I'm battling all the trainers for whatever reason. Oh, 4 Pokemon, and they're all only level 21, so as you can see, it does get rather weak after a while, but still, the experience was good. And because I'm so confident about my levels, I'm letting Flareon go up front, who is actually pretty high leveled. I mean, Pikachu is probably the lowest leveled, and it was beaten. So, that was awful. I almost forgot what beat Pikachu. Exploding Electro, that's right. I've already put it out of my memories because of how horrible it was. My poor Pikachu. It's so strange walking around without some weird mouse thing following you. What is this? Red or blue? Or possibly green? Well, it is green, but even in those games it would be black and white, so I don't know. Oh, he only has 1 Pokemon, a Goldeen, cool. Which means I will bite this fish and it will not die. However, it will still die without doing any damage. Awesome. I love it when that happens, because they were stupid and used an auxiliary move. I don't use auxiliary moves, like, ever. So, yeah, that becomes a problem. I probably should have carried Thunder Wave on Pikachu or something, just to have that status afflictment, to make catching certain Pokemon a little easier, but I'll get into that way later, because the Pokemon that I'm talking about are way later. Oh well, that was a pretty easy Fisherman. And they're going by pretty quickly now, so we're like 4/5 there. Oh, there's a Pokeball there. Too bad I don't have a water Pokemon to surf. And actually, we're going to be getting a new party member soonish. Either the end of this part or the beginning of the next one. During the whole, oops, I missed a bunch of Pokemon that I can catch, and now that we have the good and super rod, I can go all over the place and catch even more. And now that I have fly, I can go to those places. Tidbit. It's going to be another one of those, let's fill up the Pokedex moments, but it's not nearly as bad as what they usually are. But with that, we've made it to Lavender Town, pretty much. What's up here? An aide? Nope, just a girl. What does she say? I don't even care, apparently. No aid, though, so let's go on. I'm not sure in this game, but there was, at least in Fire Red and Leaf Green, there was an aid that gave you an item finder once you caught 30 Pokemon. I'm pretty sure it's in this game, but not entirely sure. Not 100% on that. I'm like 90%. If it does, then I just put it in the box and never actually used it. So let's heal up our Pokemon and bring back Pikachu, because these 3 minutes without him on the screen have been absolutely horrible. And now we're going to catch a bunch of Pokemon. Let's start the montage by first going to Celadon, because I'm going to buy coins to feed my gambling addiction still even more. You know, these people have been here the entire game, and I didn't even bring the coin case. Be right back. Apparently not. I'm going to show you of me getting the coin case. Or I'm doing other things. What am I doing? I am buying evolutionary stones? Perhaps, methinks. Well, if we stop on the 4th floor, then yes, no. No. What am I... Okay. I am fooling myself right now. I am a jerk. Me in the past was a jerk. Okay, there we are. I went up one too many floors. Barely have any money because I spent them all on coins. We still don't have enough for that special Pokemon, but we're getting there. And we got a Leaf Stone, so I'm assuming I'm evolving the Execute that I apparently never caught. What I think happened was that I caught that Execute on my first trip through the Safari Zone, but I didn't make it to the Gold Teeth or the house. So I just assumed that nothing good happened in that bit, so I scrapped it, but apparently I caught Execute during that time. So you can catch Execute in the Safari Zone, and I did it off screen accidentally. And yay, random cut. That was a short part. I was expecting 2 more minutes of catching Pokemon. Whatever, we're done here.